Okay, let's get to some reactions here. Let's start with, let's see what we've got. Do you want to see Marjorie Taylor Greene's reaction to the ruling first? I mean, let's just kind of go in order. I don't know. Let's see what we've got here. I haven't seen these yet, so we're all watching these for the first time.
So awesome. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they just did it. This is so amazing.
Man, this woman is vile. Vile, vile, vile.
I'm trying not to cry.
Okay. So she's giddy. Let's check out. Oh, sorry. More of these coming. David, congrats on the baby. Did you see MAGOP Governor Charlie Baker signed an executive order protecting doctors serving out-of-state patients? I did not see that, but that's a great thing. Many states may do it. Have I ever interviewed Brian Tyler Cohen? It would be a great discussion between the two of you. I have not. Would be glad to. Would be glad to. Thanks to Fuasti for the Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate that. Mods in Twitch and in YouTube, please be on the alert. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and do not hesitate to drop a ban hammer, and we can adjudicate them when the smoke clears. If you're in doubt, just ban, because we're not going to. It's just not a day for that. Okay, so moderators, you know what to do. I'm deputizing you. Let's go next to Josh Hawley and see what Josh Hawley's reaction is as the protests continue to build in Washington, D.C. Josh Hawley says, DOJ needs to announce a zero tolerance policy for violence right now. Oh, now there's a zero tolerance policy for violence. January 6th, there was no zero. It was like, oh, well, people are frustrated because it was stolen. Now we need absolutely no tolerance for violence. They've left radical leftists run wild, threatening the justices, burning pregnancy care centers no more. By the way, how many family planning clinics have been firebombed? Protests are constitutionally protected, but violence is not. DOJ must put a stop to it immediately. Okay, so there's Josh Hawley's big brain take. Let's see what Rafael Edward Cruz had to say. The Supreme Court's decision in the Dobbs case reversing Roe v. Wade is nothing short of a massive victory for life, and it will save the lives of millions of innocent babies. It really won't, because banning abortion reduces the number of legal abortions, but people determined to have an abortion have one, and sometimes it's a dangerous one. He also went on to say, the decision reverses one of the most egregious departures from the Constitution, untrue, and legal precedent the U.S. has ever seen, and one that has resulted in the deaths of 63 million American children. They repeat that number. It's not a number I've ever seen confirmed. Roe was wrong the day it was decided, and it has been wrong every day since. I would actually say something different. I would argue if anything was wrong with Roe, it's that it didn't go far enough to enshrine abortion rights. If you search for the word abortion in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you won't find it. What happens if you search for AR-15, Raphael? Interesting question. All right, this is pretty vomitous, so we're going to get away from that for now. That's not very good. I want to say thank you to Marty W. Marty grabbing a subscription at joinpakman.com. You were number 16. Today's coupon code is RESIST. Okay? It's very easy. You go to my website. You choose monthly, you choose yearly. I prefer yearly because it's just a better deal. Okay. Coupon code field, beautiful coupon code is RESIST. Okay. It does wonders for a membership. Absolute wonders. Absolute wonders. And that is, I will thank everybody who avails themselves of that. Thanks to Jen here, Kurakaj, and 10 Flicks for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. You're number 17, 18, and 19. Let's listen to, should we listen to any voicemails about this? Actually, I don't have any voicemails about this. If people start leaving voicemails about this, I will play some of them. Let's look at some other reactions here. Let's go next to Matt Gaetz. What did Matt Gaetz have to say about the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade? I applaud the courage of the Supreme... Oh, here's a statement. Okay. I applaud the courage of the Supreme Court in standing up for our most vulnerable in the face of violent intimidation from leftist agitators and the Democratic Party. Roe and Casey were bad science and bad law. Now they're history. The Supreme Court's decision in Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey were a stain on the judiciary. Abortion is not deeply rooted in our nation's history. It is not found in our common law, all irrelevant. The Constitution is clear. I mean, listen, gay marriage was not deeply rooted in American history because it wasn't legal. It's a circular argument, and it's a bad one. The Constitution is clear. Americans are entitled to life and should not be deprived of it without due process of law. If a 5-week-old pregnancy gets due process, it must also get citizenship, right? I mean, it must also be entitled to child support, right? I mean, how can they say that only in this particular narrow situation? He goes on to say, every day the unborn are denied this due process when their skulls are crushed and they're ripped from their mother's wombs limb by limb until their hearts stop beating. That ends today. States are now free to create law that opposes the evil of abortion and enshrines the unborn's right to life. It's a very, very sick person who would write such a statement, and a very ignorant person, I think I should say as well. I think it's important to mention both. By the way, he's under investigation allegedly for child sex trafficking, which, are you being that great to young people if that's an activity you're allegedly involved in? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what you're doing for children if that's something you're allegedly involved in. Allegedly, remember. Why has there been so little coverage on separation of church and state? Huge as Roe v. Wade is, Maine school ruling will long-term be much more harmful. Okay, I've been away for a week, so I just can't say anything about that right now, Corwin. Will there be violence if Trump is charged for January 6th? I don't know. Remains to be seen. Let's take a little bit of a listen to CNN's coverage looking at state by state.
States which are now preparing for an influx of patients crossing state lines to seek care. So how severe are these new laws? Missouri has eyes on targeting even non-residents who might pass through and conceive a child in their state. And if that person were to get an abortion elsewhere, they could pursue them legally. Oklahoma passed a law just this year to ban abortion from the moment of fertilization. Texas and some other states want abortion illegal after just 6 weeks, when many women may not even know that they are pregnant.
Correct.
Conservative lawmakers in several states have embraced the idea that there should be no exception for rape or incest, and almost all these laws carry stiff penalties for medical professionals caught providing abortion services. Tens of thousands of dollars in fines, loss of their licenses, and potentially years in prison. Frederica?
All right. Tom, thank you so much. All right, let's continue this discussion right now. I want to bring in Senator Amy Klobuchar. She's a Democrat from Minnesota. And
so that's the lay of the land, and it will be relevant very, very quickly and very, very soon, quite frankly. There are actually states that already have essentially total bans on abortion. Some of them are really old. They've sort of been, they haven't been inactive. They've been superseded by Roe v. Wade federally. I don't remember exactly which states those are. I'm not even going to guess because I just don't remember. There is a concern that particularly brutal, old anti-abortion laws now will be activated as a result of this ruling. And I need more time to investigate that. Thanks to Logo22 for the Twitch Prime subscription. You're number 20 today. I really very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. And let me say thank you to a few other really great people. Jeremy Layden just signed up at joinpakman.com and is new member number 21. A few people gifted some subscriptions. That includes Johnny Minogue, our friend Johnny, and Angelica Pilger, gifting subscriptions numbers 22 and 23. And then thanks to Kevin Nicholson for the website membership at joinpakman.com as well. Really very much appreciate that. Let's continue our tour of reactions to this ruling. We will go next to Paul Gosar. Paul Gosar. Let's see what he had to say. Take a look. As amazing and historic as today is, there is still so much more work to be done to return this country to God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Thank the Lord for this day, and thank you, President Trump, for making this possible.
And we will ban men.
Let's keep our momentum and push ever forward for him. That doesn't sound to me like someone who's satisfied ending it here. You tell me. But when I read this, I'm not seeing we got this done and we're satisfied and that's it. Not the impression I'm getting, my friends. Not the impression I'm getting. Let's go next to the reaction from Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. weighing in on the overturning. Proud of my father for what he has accomplished today. Funny, Trump doesn't give a crap about Jr., but Jr.'s proud of his father. Proud of my father for what he has accomplished today. He gave our movement 3 strong pro-life Supreme Court justices, and despite the Dems and the left-wing media doing everything they could to stop their confirmations, especially with Kavanaugh, he never wavered. He is correct in that because Trump was president, Roe v. Wade is gone. That he is 110% right about that. You can't deny him that reality. That is true. That is absolutely true. And we were worried this is exactly what would happen.